In the age of precision drones and satellite-guided missiles, you might think traditional artillery has lost its edge. But think again. A new monster has emerged on the battlefield, silent, deadly, and frighteningly efficient. It's not a stealth fighter. It's not a hypersonic missile. It's a howitzer. The Russian 2S35 Koalitsiya-SV is more than just a self-propelled gun. It's a long-range, high-rate-of-fire, autonomous artillery platform that's redefining the rules of modern ground warfare. Today, we dive deep into the beast that's got NATO generals concerned and Pentagon analysts running simulations. What makes this howitzer so powerful, how it compares to the West's best, and why it might just change the battlefield balance in Europe and beyond. Background: why Russia built the Tu-35 following the Cold War. Russia realized that its Soviet-era artillery systems, like the Tu-S19 Mesta-S, were quickly becoming obsolete. Western powers were advancing their precision-guided munitions and digital battlefield integration, leaving Russia in need of a next-gen solution. The Koalitsiya-SV was born out of that necessity, not just to match the West, but to leap ahead. Initial development began in the late 2000s by Uralvagonzavod and the Central Research Institute Burevestnik. After years of testing, the Tu-S35 made its public debut in 2015, but the most advanced versions, with upgraded fire control, autonomous targeting, and longer ranges, are only now entering full operational service in the Russian army. Russia's goal? Build a system that could outgun, outrange, and outlast anything NATO could field in a direct artillery duel. Firepower that changes the game at its core. The Koalitsiya-SV is armed with the A88 152mm cannon, an entirely new weapon system engineered from the ground up. And it's a monster. Key firepower specs: caliber, 152mm smoothbore gun, max rate of fire, 15 to 16 rounds per minute, nearly 4 times faster than the US M109 Paladin. Effective firing range: standard rounds, 40 to 45 kilometers. Extended range, rocket-assisted projectiles, 70+ kilometers. Future rounds under development, 80 to 100 kilometers. MRSI capability: can fire multiple shells at different trajectories to land simultaneously on a target. This kind of performance allows the Koalitsiya-SV to obliterate positions from extreme distances, well beyond the reach of most Western counter-battery systems. In a high-intensity conflict, this kind of range buys survivability. Automation and crew protection. Unlike its predecessors, the Koalitsiya is heavily automated. It features a completely unmanned turret, while the 3-man crew operates the system from a sealed and armored compartment. Automation features: autoloader, fully automatic shell handling system, fire control, AI-assisted calculations with satellite targeting via GLONASS remote turret operation, minimizes crew exposure, NBC protection, fully sealed against nuclear, biological, and chemical threats. This means faster reloads, greater accuracy, and a massive reduction in human error. The artillery crew can literally dial in targets and rain fire with minimal exposure, something rarely achieved in traditional self-propelled guns. Ammunition types, versatility for any battlefield. The Tu-S35 isn't just powerful, it's flexible. It can fire a wide array of ammunition types: high explosive fragmentation, HE-frag, standard rounds for infantry and soft targets, armor-piercing rounds for light armored vehicles and fortified positions, Krasnopol laser-guided shells for pinpoint precision against moving or fortified targets, thermobaric shells capable of clearing bunkers or urban strongholds, future smart shells, rumored to include loitering munitions and drone-assisted rounds. This wide selection makes it a multi-role weapon capable of adapting to different tactical situations, from open field warfare to urban sieges. NATO comparison: who really has the edge? Let's break down how the Koalitsiya-SV stacks up against its Western counterparts. System max range rate of fire, automation, MRSI capability crew, Tu-S35 Koalitsiya-SV 70+ kilometers, 15 to 16 rounds per minute. High-YES-3 M109 Paladin, USA, 40 kilometers Excalibur, 4 rounds per minute. Moderate No 4-5 Pizzo H2000, Germany, 40 to 50 kilometers, 10 to 12 revolutions per minute. Moderate YES-5 Caesar, France, 42 to 50 kilometers, 6 RPM medium. Limited 5K 9 Thunder, South Korea, 40 to 50 kilometers, 6 to 8 RPM, moderate yes. Not only does the Koalitsiya beat most NATO guns in rate and range, it does so with fewer crew and more automation. That's a critical edge in modern warfare, where speed and survivability are everything. Strategic implications. Why NATO should worry the Koalitsiya-SV isn't just a tactical asset, it's a strategic game changer. Here's why. Outranges NATO artillery, can strike before NATO units can respond. Network integration can be linked with UAVs and satellites for real-time targeting. Mass deployment potential. Russia is ramping up production, meaning future battlefields, especially in Europe, could see dozens or hundreds of these systems in coordinated use. Counter-battery dominance. NATO's current radar-guided counterfire tactics might not be fast or far-reaching enough to strike back before the Koalitsiya changes position. In a high-intensity conflict, these advantages mean Russian artillery could dictate the tempo of ground engagements, especially in regions like the Baltics or eastern Ukraine. The future of the 2S35, what comes next? Russia isn't stopping here. Planned upgrades for the Koalitsiya-SV platform include AI-driven targeting systems, integration with drone swarms, smart munitions with programmable detonation, robotic unmanned artillery variants. Some prototypes are also being tested on tracked and wheeled platforms, increasing mobility and allowing for rapid deployment via rail or road. Russia envisions the Koalitsiya not just as a single system, but the core of a future artillery ecosystem, where machines find and destroy targets faster than any human-led force could react. A warning shot to the West. The 2S35 Koalitsiya-SV is not just another piece of artillery, it's a warning. A clear signal that the age of old, lumbering analog artillery is over. It's fast, it's smart, it's deadly, and it's here. While NATO countries focus on air superiority and missile defense, Russia is quietly mastering the art of land-based firepower, giving its forces a terrifying long-range punch. So the question now isn't whether the Koalitsiya can compete, it's whether NATO can catch up before this beast dominates the next major battlefield. If you enjoyed this deep dive into modern military tech, make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell icon so you don't miss future episodes. Stay sharp, stay curious, and we'll see you in the next one.